Leaked documents expose the secretive market for your web browsing data, and Avast antivirus subsidiary sells every search, every click, every buy, on every site.
Here's a summary of the article.
An antivirus program used by hundreds of millions of people around the world is selling highly sensitive web browsing data to many of the world's biggest companies, a joint investigation by Motherboard and PCMag has found. Our report relies on leaked user data, contracts, and other company documents that show the sale of this data is both highly sensitive and is in many cases supposed to remain confidential between the company selling the data and the clients purchasing it. Senator Ron Wyden, who in December asked Avast why it was selling users' browsing data, said in a statement, "It is encouraging that Avast has ended some of its most troubling practices after engaging constructively with my office. However, I'm concerned that Avast has not yet committed to deleting user data that was collected and shared without the opt-in consent of its users, or to end the sale of sensitive Internet browsing data. The only responsible course of action is to be fully transparent with customers going forward, and to purge data that was collected under suspect conditions in the past." Despite Avast currently asking users to opt back into the data collection via a pop-up in the antivirus software, multiple Avast users said they did not know that Avast was selling browsing data. Although the tested data was more focused on social media links, which JumpShot redacts somewhat, a 2017 study from Stanford University found it was possible to identify people from anonymous web browsing data. A set of JumpShot data obtained by Motherboard and PCMag shows how each visited URL comes with a precise timestamp down to the millisecond, which could allow a company with its own bank of customer data to see one user visiting their own site, and then follow them across other sites in the JumpShot data. If you allow it, we'll provide our subsidiary JumpShot Inc. with a stripped and de-identified data set derived from your browsing history for the purpose of enabling JumpShot to analyze markets and business trends and gather other valuable insights, the opt-in message read. The pop-up did not go into detail on how JumpShot then uses this browsing data, however.
This post received a score of 7,842, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Holy shit. I used to really like Avast around 10 years ago. Glad I'm off that now.
Yeah, now you just get tracked by browser extensions and phone apps who can then sell your data. And websites like Reddit track where you came from and are going to, among other data.
Guess who else collects and sells your data? Reddit.
It worse on Reddit. It lists your hobbies, kinks, favorite people, etc.
Well, they better recommend me some good fucking porn then. I'm done with searching 40 minutes for a 10-minute wank.
10 minutes? I only need 3.
Look at Mr. Stamina over here.
I remember this one. Edit, credits, System 32 Comics.
If you aren't paying, you are the product.
Most often even if you are paying you are still a product.
Windows has all of my information. I am almost certain they do what they want with my information.
They pretty much even tell you they'll take your information. Check the privacy settings and they're like 3 separate settings that they let you turn off easily. That's ignoring the massive amount of background services and other things that you can't turn off easily without breaking some things. Turning Cortana off on Windows 10 Home requires a registry hack, and that is actually tracking pretty much everything and has settings for whether it can listen through your mic for certain words.
The Windows customer can choose between heavy spy and heavier spy.
Not surprised about Avast. They installed their browser unprompted twice on my PC. And both times it pinned itself to my taskbar. Avast went downhill. It acts more like spam now.
Standalone antivirus software in general has gone downhill, in part because it's kind of an antiquated concept. The most proactive thing you can do to avoid malware is just to kind of, well, not be an idiot, keep your system updated, don't click suspicious links, use a good ad blocker like uBlock Origin, and something to give you more control over what's loading in your browser like uMatrix. If you're doing all that, you don't need an antivirus program. Baked-in protections like Windows Defender are fine.
Windows's UAC introduction was also a big push towards preventing common virus and Trojans.
Who has ever clicked no on a UAC prompt?
I have. All the time. I also look for portable versions of software so there is no install to worry about.
I've been using portable versions for years. It's great especially if you reinstall Windows or switch computers often. I have most of the programs that I use on my keychain. Anonymized data is almost always not anonymous.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.